So good evening everybody and welcome back to FTRL. It is time for your weekly dose of F1 action, starting as ever with Div 1. And we reached the halfway stage of Season 17 tonight with a race down under. We are here at Albert Park, Melbourne for the Australian Grand Prix. So, let's find somebody who's just about to start a lap. Dark Bolt. Here we are then. Dark Bolt into turn 1 and straight into the grass. Good times. Bad time to join him. Sorry Bolt. Let's pick up Andy instead then. Try again for an onboard lap with somebody who's not going to bottle it. There we go. Turn 1 and 2. The backwards facing car, that might also be Dark Bolt. It's gone really well for him so far. DRS straight down to turn, this is 3. Slow right into the left hand, the fourth gear. Use the curb on the exit. Then over to the left hand side for this tricky right hander. Watch the curbs on exit. Oh, car's getting in people's way. Down the gearbox to fourth gear for the right hander. And now the sweeping section. Up then to the brake. Braking's over the chicane. Down third gear, right the curb on exit. And now we come up to the most dangerous part of the circuit, going up through the gearbox. Up to 8th gear. I'm going to fling it left and right here to this very tricky chicane. Very easy to lose it here. And that gives it plenty of room there. Nice done from Andy into the DRS zone. A lot hard on the brakes for the right-hander. Apexes nicely using the curb on exit. Swings into this fast right-hander down to 5th gear using the curb on exit up to 6th. Short blast and then down the gearbox to 3rd. A little bit deep there. Now starting climbing up the speed, try and get this tricky exit right using plenty of curb. DRS opens up and Anwar goes. P4, that one for 22.1. So that then is a lap of Albert Park. Early laps going in. Ox was on pole, but that has just been usurped quite comprehensively by our CR7. 20.6. Jesus Christ. CR7 is back and on form and has just put 0.8 of a second between himself and his nearest competitor after his first flying lap. What a lap that is from CR7 already. So very decent banker from him. The number of drivers are trying laps on the mediums in the early goings here. However, I would expect lap times to be optimal on the softs, and everybody who's trying the alternate strategy will probably come back in a little later on. On those current running order then, CR7 on pole from Oxhox, Wesker is 3rd, Adamako is 4th, Andor 5th, Yarman P6 with Zumpy, who is in tonight, place of Corboy, just ahead of his teammate for the night, Dylan, both of them out on the mediums. Tico and Tom Duval there with a very unrepresentative lap time. It may have been him that was backwards, in fact, as we saw on Andor's lap. And then below them we have a Div 1 debutant, but not an FTRL debutant. It is Sparks F1 up from Div 2. He has decided to challenge himself with the big boys this week, so he has come up to replace Lennon, who has gone the other way. He takes over then at Mercedes alongside Sway then. So how will the man who dominated the Spanish Grand Prix a couple of weeks ago in Div 2 get on this week? Well, he's so far invalidated this front, so he's now just letting the field filter past. Oh, Scuba's having problems. Right, I have to just send him some more invites, bear with. Would appear we're having some glitches issues again. Maybe it's just a cunning way to get out of there. Send them another one. Do bear with me. I apologise for the lack of viewing on the screen currently. There we go. Right, back to it. So then on board currently with Funky Fox. Of course, the McLaren team currently sit on top of the constructors' standings coming into round 6 then, and it is his teammate Lynx who is the championship lead, and then after 2 victories in a row, followed by second last time out. Of course, last time out we were at Bahrain. We'll just watch Funky Fox come across the line, see how he gets on. He's feeling with a bit of a cold this week, but pops himself up to P6, 22.2. Of course, last time out then, we were treated to a spinning Alfa Romeo at the moment, and that would be Dark Bolt. It was his first race on 2021. It's not going well so far. Last time out, this man claimed his first victory in FTRL, Carwin Robb, who did an absolutely outstanding job. It was a terrific battle between himself and Lynx. They changed places all the way to the flag, and it was a dramatic last lap. These two pulled away in the end, and Carwin Robb managing to get the move done and held off Lynx to take his first FTRL victory last time out. Of course, he won on track at the opening race in the USA, but had a penalty to his name, so finished second that time. So he's been threatening a victory, and he delivered on it last time. So let's see how he'll get on this time. He's on his outlap at the moment. Lynx is sitting very nicely at the moment, P6 for 22.0 on those medium tyres as well, so that's a very handy there if he does manage to make the alternate strategy work. I was expecting the lap times to start tumbling a little later on, but let's see how Carwin gets on then. Our latest addition to the winner's circle in through turns 1 and 2. Nicely through there. DRS is open on the run down to turn 3. Tips in nicely, and Ferrari gets out of his way. And then through 4, over the curbs. And all the track. No troubles through there. Now on the braking zone down to 4th gear. And starts climbing up the gearbox again. Now weaves through the walls. And then down to 3rd gear. And the curb on it again. Tidy up so far from Carwin, going for the shortest route. And this is the tricky chicane. How's he going to get on through here? Oh, plenty of curb. A bit more than Andy we saw earlier when we were on board with him. Attacking the curbs there, using all the curbs on exit. Gets away with it nicely. Plenty of curb there as well. Looking like a tidier lap so far from Carwin. Using all the track and the curbs available to him. Just one more corner to go. Once it tightens, DRS is open, and now it's just a straight sprint to the line. Carwin Robb goes 3rd, a 21.1 then, so a very tidy lap indeed. Adamako, meanwhile, has gone 2nd on a 21.0. That's still 4/10 shy, though, of CR7, who is on another flyer. Only getting on in Sector 2. Very nice through the chicane. Oh, he's invalidated, and he spins and into the wall backwards. Takes a wing off at the front, but he's got away with it. A mistake then from CR7, so he's not going to improve this time around. He'll have to pit in and go again. In the chat, good evening to Mr. Mapman. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from him. Unsafe as well. That's a lovely accent that you've got in New Jersey. No, it's a very old Jersey, to be honest, but thanks for noticing. Thanks for noticing. Mr. Goy Carp. Good evening, Goy. Good evening, Dafchip as well. Goy supporting Andwar, who currently sits P11. Of course, Andwar got a podium last time out in Bahrain, so he'll be looking to keep up that very strong result from last week. Oxhox has retired from the session, so Oxhox has crashed out. By the look of it, that is him. Where has he gone off then? He's gone off there. Oh, interesting. That's an odd place to lose it. He must have maybe got on the grass coming out of the slow left-right. And Oxoxen in the wall and out of qualifying. So he currently sits in P5. He will not be improving on that lap. Interesting indeed then. Current running order then with, I don't know how long left, because once again the yellow flag has gone over the timer. There we go, 5.5 minutes. CR7 still sits on pole from Alamako up in P2. The Red Bulls on the second row car win ahead of Tico. Then Oxox, Wesker, Zumpy, Dan, Morris, Lynx and Sway rounding out the top 10. Lynx now out on the soft tyres. We expected Sway the only one to have set his best lap. Currently on the mediums, 22.1 for him. Back to the chat. Who have we got? We've got João Rodriguez supporting CR7. Well, he's currently on provisional pole, but again, he has proved how tricky that chicane is on this track. That will be, I imagine, the point on the circuit is going to catch out most people tonight. It's a very tricky sector. You've really got to carry the speed, but Those curbs are not the easiest things to get an F1 car to stick on. As CR7 found out, thankfully he didn't retire from the session. And he will get to go again. See if he can improve his time. Hashtag pray for Sway. That's it. Good evening, JP. Good evening, Fever. And I know you're lying, Aaron, because I get the football updates now. Liverpool are winning 1-0. So shut up. Or have Arsenal lost yet? Oh, wait. Is it me or does the surface after turn 5 look wet? May just be a little bit darker. Perhaps, we'll see. Stay on point. Darbot then will be the last one to set a representative lap time. Meanwhile, Andoir's gone 4th, split the Red Bulls. It's very tight, like the 21-1. Comes Darbot. Where does he end up? He goes up to P16, a 22.6 from him. Slots in between Yarman and Graham. Alright, Aaron. Gosh. You sexy man. I hope you're wearing your sexy monster hat. So, who have we got though? We've started doing the spin. Zero Chris out of the final corner and facing the wrong way. Get in the middle of the track as quick as he can. He's got a bit of clear track. McLaren coming around. No, he's in the pit, so he's okay. Chris there has ruined his outlap and probably ruined a flying lap as well, so he may bail into the pits. Go again. Who have we got on the flying lap? Links then on his first flyer on the soft tyre. The Alfa Romeo getting out of the way as he comes to the final corner. He navigates it okay. And now drives for the line. Championship leader goes fastest. 20.66. He goes fastest by 1,000th of a second. So a stunning lap from Links. He is the form man in FTRL Div 1 at the moment. 2 wins in the second place. And now he holds provisional pole as well. So looking very, very good for Links at the moment. As we get into the final 2.5 minutes. Expect the track to get busy in the very near future. Evil Chris is probably making his way in. Yeah, he's second down, so he's not going to fly it. Tico, Yarman and Sparks on their way out. On outlaps and while the track is reasonably quiet. His 60 monster hat. It's a Fall Guys reference. Yeah. It was an interesting evening. Not gonna lie. That one. Interesting indeed. Yeah, you had to be there. It's one of those you had to be there. Definitely. So then, with just under 2 minutes to go, maybe. Can't see. Once again, yellow flag right in the way of the timer. Great idea, Codemasters. Put that. Yeah, just cover up the timer. Don't need to know how long's left. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Still don't need to know. Nope. Don't need to know. There we go. 1 minute 27 to go. Let's pick up then some of the guys who are starting. Yarmanen is the first on a flying lap. He is invalidated. So Tico is the next one on a flyer. Let's pick up the reigning champ who is attacking the corners through turn 1 and 2. Curb through there, nice and tidy through next couple of corners, runs wide though over the curb and invalidates his lap. So Tico then not going to improve on this one, and I don't think he'll have time to get around for another lap either, so Tico will be at best P6. This one then Links has retired, so he doesn't think he can do any better. Evil Chris and Links has retired from the session, so he's not looking to improve. Who have we got coming around then? We've got the Mercedes coming around. Sparks has also gone. So Sway's going to be the first one to cross the line then to start the final runs. Through 1 and 2 nicely. Come then down to turn 3. Go to the side for turn 4. This is where Tico invalidated. Nice and tidy through there by Sway though, so no such issues. Coming up then to the end of sector 1, and he is up by 3.5 tenths. So then on provisionally, they only moved from 1 place so far up into 11th. He's a 4/10 of a second gap up to Dan Morris, who currently holds the final position in the top 10. Oh, and he's invalidated his lap as well, so Sway invalidates and will not improve. Let's pick up CR7, who was just starting his flying run. In fact, there's Adamako. Adamako's a bit further up, so we'll stay with Adamako first. He is up in the first sector. How about CR7? Curb through there. Monkey Fox has retired. He will start no better than 13th. CR7 is up by 2 thousandths, but that is enough. That will be enough. He's only 1 thousandths behind. Okay, had a bit of a twitch there though. Adamako is up in the second sector as well, nearly a 10th. He might get him into the 20s. Just 3 corners to go. Navigates that one okay. Then hard on the brakes. One more corner to go. And over the final corner he comes. Adamako does improve. 21.0, not quite enough to get into the 20. Oh, CR7's, no, he's out. So CR7 will not be improving. What about Carwin Rob, or is he? He is down in the second sector. Couple of corners to go then. Is he going to improve? Can he find any time in the final sector? He needs to find about 10th to get ahead of Adamako. And he does. He goes up to 3rd, finds 2/10 into a 20.9. Can't rob them an excellent final sector. Moves himself up to 3rd. Who have we got on laps? And Dan Morris is up to... There we go. And so that's qualifying done. Oh, can I? I'll have to figure that out. Okay. Anyway, qualifying done, and Lynx takes pole position by just 1 thousandth of a second. That is how tight it is between himself and CR7. They share the front row. Last week's winner, Carwin Rob, lines up 3rd alongside Adamako. Season best qualifying for him. Andor up in P5. Good qualifying from him ahead of Dan. Morris up in P6. Good qualifying as well from him. Wesker is P7 alongside Tico, who I think will be disappointed with that, down in P8. Oxox ends up P9. And Dylan rounds out the top 10 for Aston Martin. Then behind them with the free tyre choice, we've got Yarman P11 and Zumpy P12. Tom Duval is 13th. Scuba 14th. Sway is 15th. Funky Fox 16th. Evil Chris, Graham, Dartbolt and Sparks rounding off the grid. Then so, qualifying done in overcast conditions. What's the race going to throw up? It's looking overcast again. Cloudy skies. Do we have the threat of rain? I wonder. That would throw some spanners in the works. Let's see how we get on in the race then. So qualifying done. Let's get some podium predictions in. I am putting my money on Lynx to win this one. He is the 4 man at the moment. He looks very good around here as well. I think he will take the win. I think Carwin will be 2nd. And I'm gonna go for Oxox to get 3rd. I know he had a good race here a week or so ago in a different league, so he's got good form, and I expect him to find his way through and he will come 3rd. So Lynx, Carwin and Oxox is my podium prediction then, as the cars head off then on their warm-up lap. 29 laps ahead of us. Let's have a look at the tyre situation. And so on pole, of course, top 10 all start on the tyres they qualified. Lynx is on pole position. An extra point for him. Of course, his nearest championship rival, Dutch not here this week then, so a great opportunity to open up a very handy lead. CR7 lines up alongside him on the front row. We know he's got excellent 1 lap pace. How is he over a race distance around here? Let's see how he gets on. Of course, he had a spin in qualifying. Carwin Rob, last week's winner, P3 for him on the grid. He's poised for a very strong result again, and Adamako joins him on the 2nd row. Best qualifying of the season for him. Andor up in P5, great job from him. Following up from last week's podium, good chance to make it 2 in a row from the 3rd row, and he lines up alongside Dan Morris as well. Great qualifying from Dan, up in P6. The 2nd Ferrari is P7, Wesker. He lines up on the 4th row alongside the reigning champ Tico. What can he do from there in P8? Oxox in P9. in the Alpine. And Dylan rounding out the top 10. Good qualifying from him. They all start on the soft tyres on which they qualified. Outside the top 10, the first of those is Jarvan. He starts on the medium tyre. Zumpy in P12 for the second Aston Martin's going aggressive in the first stint. He's starting on the softs, as maybe expected. It's Tom Duval. We know Tom likes to go aggressive. He starts on the soft tyres, goes off of P13. He's on the 7th row alongside the second of the AlphaTauris. It is Scuba MUFC. Starts on the medium tyres, as does everybody else here on out. So Sway in P15 in the Mercedes starts on the medium, as does Funky Fox. We know how good he is in races though. Maybe not qualifying, not his forte. Evil Chris starts P17, a good race from him last week. He'll be hoping for another strong result. Graham in P18. We know though he's probably going to make up tons of places at the end of this race with the penalty situation. Dart Bolt starts P19. In the background, that is, I believe, Scuba doing donuts on the grass. First start of the season for Dart Bolt, and Sparks, having made the move up from Div 2, found the pace a little bit hot to handle in qualifying, but it's all about the race. And he lines up in P20. Unsafe has gone for Taki Inui, Yuji Ida, Karen Chandok for the podium. And I can't put anybody named CR7 to win. Understandable. Goy. Chen Guanandwa. Lights are on, revs are up. Lights are on my screen, but they're not for the drivers. And away we go. It is a good start from Wesker, I think. Adam Akko seems to have a good start as well, trying to draw alongside Carwin. But Lynx has got the whole shot. CR7's had a poor start, in fact. CR7 down 2 places already. Does everybody get through turn 1 and 2 okay? So far so good. Indeed, everybody around the first couple of corners okay. Then Lynx then gets the jump from pole position. Carwin straight up into second. CR7 has fought back against Adam Akko, having a big twitch though. And look at the gap that's opened up already. Oxox up 2, he's up to 7th. Wesker up to 6th then, who's had a poor start. Dan Morris has had a poor start, down 3. Oh, and Sparks is gone. So Sparks' debut in Div 1 lasts no more than half a lap. And a virtual safety car deployed on lap 1. So nullifies the race. But Lynx and Carwin getting the jump. And look at the gap already, 2.9 seconds over CR7, who had a really tardy start. And we saw him battling with Adam Akko. Had a bit of a wobble through 3 and 4. And that gap has really opened up to the top 2 in a very strong position already. My podium prediction looking nailed on for the top 2 anyway. Oxox up 2 places off the line. Track has been cleared, so expect us to go racing any time now. Big movers then. So Carwin up 1. Wesker up 1, Ox up 2, Zumpy up 1, Sway up 2, Graham up 3, and Dartbolt up 2. Funky Fox, the big loser, he's down 3. And we are racing again. Tom Duval's had a bit of a shocker, down 3 as well. So, despite starting on the soft tyres, it's not worked out for him well at the start. We are racing again. Down then on board with Dylan, who is staying where he started. He's got his teammate behind him. Dan looking to try and recover some of those places he lost off the line. Lost 3 places, and so after a great qualifying effort and tardy start, got another yellow flag in sector 1. I think it's Dartbolt. Dartbolt had a spin turn 4, I believe. He has got going again. Aston Martin's then nose to tail, 10th and 11th at the moment. Have a look then at the battle for the lead. So Lynx Carwin getting the hammer down, trying to break away. They've got the gap down to 1.8 seconds, so it might have been distorted by that VSC. Or maybe CR7 now got his head down, starting to charge. Jumpy going past his teammate then, further back. And team orders Aston Martin, they are racing each other hard. And Jumpy then going through on his teammate, now he's up 2. The yellow flag. Oh, it's Carwin. Carwin's gone. Oh, he's crashed out the final corner. So Carwin, last week's winner, running P2. Another virtual safety car deployed. And there goes my podium prediction on lap 3. So, drama then. One of the race favourites is out on lap 3. So drama then, so yeah, we've got Oscar in the chat supporting Tico. Well, that just opened up his strategy because now he doesn't have to worry about his teammate. So Carmen then losing it out the final corner into the pit wall and out of this race on lap 3. So unlucky for him, had such a great result last week. Looking really strong in the early going here, and it has gone wrong. And the curbs claiming another victim already. 2 down on lap 3. Mercedes and 1 Red Bull gone. Do our second virtual safety car then. So nullifies the race once again, and we are off and running. Lynx now is alone up front. No longer has a Red Bull in his mirrors. He has a healthy 1.7 second lead. Once again, the Aston Martins. Okay, not the closest battle on track. Is Dylan going to try and come back at his teammate here? Not quite yet. Yarman in behind them. We've got Sway in P12. We've got Scuba and Todd Duval battling hard. Yeah, it was rather, wasn't it, Death Chip? It was a horrendous case of the commentator's curse. Oh, yellow flag again. It is. I think it's Dark Bolt again. Yeah, no one's had to go here, though. Comes Tom Duval and Scuba all the way to. Oh, big contact! Into the wall goes Scuba. Goes straight on, wing damage for him. No, that's him done for the night, unfortunately. He's had some issues with connectivity tonight. And the Alpha Tauri is out of the race. Falls off to the inside. So Tom Duval mega defensive there. Tom Duval get to the inside, and just as he tried to come back over, oh, and now Funky Fox is gone. Oh, they're dropping like flies. Safety car, full safety car now. So, what has happened to Funky Fox? The answer is, where has he gone? Oh, it looks like this turn 5, is it? This is tricky there on the outside curb. Yeah, McLaren in the track, facing the wrong way. He's hit the wall hard, and the McLaren is out. So 4 down on lap 4. Might not even get to the finish at this rate. Safety car has been deployed. Are we going to see any early stoppers? Your name will remain off my lips. In comes the race leader. In comes CR7. In comes Adamako. In comes Anwar. Wesker has to carry on. Oxox carries on. In comes Tico. Zumpy carries on. Dan Morris is in. Dylan is in. Oh, Tico sped in the pit lane. Tico didn't get it slowed down in time and has picked himself up a penalty. As under the safety car then, Wesker now leads the race from Oxox and Zumpy. Come around then under the safety car. What do you want, Cat? Yarman now up to P4. He is the lead driver on the medium tyres. He's fourth, ahead of Sway, Graham and Evil Chris. Of course, they all started outside the top 10, so they are all on the mediums of the drivers who have stopped. The first of them is Lynx. He's now down to P8. He's on the hard tyre. So he could potentially be going to the end, as is CR7, as is Adamako and Wahoo pitted, and Tico, both onto the mediums. Now, do they think they can get to the end on those, or are they planning another stop for softs later in the race? Of course, Tico has that 5-second penalty as well, speeding in the pit lane. Dan's gone back onto the soft tyre, so he's going to be looking to make up places at the restart once we get racing again. Dylan and Tom pitted both onto the mediums and Dartbolt onto the softs. So I think Dartbolt is expecting to do some more donuts. And be pitting in again. We have the beautiful Aston Martin safety car again. I think so. It seems to be, doesn't it? Oh, we're just doing tracks that just has the Aston Martin safety car. I mean, it is better than the Mercedes, let's be honest. Was there a decent? I don't know. It looked like Scuba squeezed him, and then Tom came back over, and they just nudged each other, and into the wall went Scuba. So we shall see. It might get sent in. I'll have a look at it if so. So unfortunately for Scuba, his race is run. I thought Oxox was about to peel off then, but he changed his mind. Oh, scuba, mate. What happened? What happened, man? So unlucky, mate. So unlucky. Well, plus, if it's any consolation, you can now go watch Liverpool thrust Norwich in the Carabao Cup instead if you like. There you go. How about that? How about that? So there we are under the safety car. So we've had 2 VSCs and a safety car in the opening 6 laps, 4 retirements as well. So the Albert Park circuit is proving like a dangerous beast if you're trying to tame them. So this is the first time we've been here on this year's game. Got a few people out, and I imagine the general consensus will be that we don't want to come back here anytime soon from a number of drivers. And the 3 drivers at the head of the queue have decided not to pit under the safety car. Now Wesker, I can partly understand because he was right behind his teammate, so he would have had to stack in the pits and that would have lost him quite a lot of time. Oxox and Zumpy slightly more interested by their decision not to pit. Oxox would have had a clear run to the pits, as would Zumpy, as he was ahead of Dylan, but Dylan did choose to pit under that safety car. We are going to get racing again this time around though, so Wesker will take over at the head of the field. Who is the better driver, Sandal or Oscar? I mean, you've not been on track together recently, so it's difficult to tell, mate, to be honest. You need to get back on track again and fight each other. I would say it's 1v1 versus 18 others. That's right, Paul, that's right. You know the game. We're about to go racing again then. Wesker pulls the trigger. Away he goes. Oxox and Zumpy have gone with him though. Oscar's having to go defensive already. Can he hold off Oxox into 1? Oxox is probably going to go for a move, is he? No, thinks better of it. Further back, who was looking for a move? That's Evil Chris on Graham into turn 1. Good move. Dartball getting the move done to his teammate as well. Over 15th place. Graham now trying to come back at Evil Chris. Around the outside. Oh, Graham, great move. Oh, was that contact there? He got a bit tight on the apex. But Graham gets the move done. Great overtake from Graham. Oh, side by side, Zumpy and Oxox. And Zumpy is through. A great move there, Zumpy with a very opportunistic move. That's not an overtaking place, but Zumpy made it work. And he's up to P2, and he's looked very racy so far. Yarman's coming with these guys, so the 3 soft tyre runners trying to make a break. Yarman on the mediums behind them, as a sway, they're going with them. A little bit of a gap's opened up to Graham after he's been battling with Evil Chris. Oh, we've got a yellow flag sector 2, is it? It's Dylan. Oh no, Dylan's gone. Oh, and another safety car. So the Aston Martin is gone. At the exit of turn 8, is it? It's the same place we saw Oxox crash in qualifying. So he possibly lost it on the exit curb. Struggling to get into a rhythm in this one. Now, do the top 3 choose this opportunity to pit? Wesker does. Zumpy doesn't. Oxox doesn't. So Wesker's choosing the opportunity to pit. He will, of course, drop to the back. So there'll be another safety car in 5 laps. It's a very ambitious of you to say 5 laps here. Adamaco and CR7 pitting again, and they're going on to the mediums by the look of it. Yes, they are. So CR7 and Adamaco pitting again. Do they think they can get to the end? Now, Taiwo, we've got 22 laps to go. Now, at least this lap under the safety car. Possibly a couple more, and I expect there'll be more laps yet. So. At this rate, there's generally going to be 3 finishes tomorrow, and I won't be one of them. Hashtag fever win incoming. Well, Pagani's calling it early. I'll second that. I'm down for a fever win. Daft Chip just saying, no need to plan a strategy for tomorrow, Div 2, just pit under the safety cars. I wish there'll be many. These are the best drivers we've got. We've had 5 retirements in 8 laps so far. 2 safety cars and 2 VSCs in 8 laps. So it's been a stop-start affair so far. Just waiting for CR7 and Adamaka to catch the back of the pack. So they may get another lap under the safety car. Does mean we've got an Aston Martin 1-2 though on track, even if Dylan has retired from the race. So basically, Pagani, you want to do the Mikey strategy. Is that what you're saying? Qualify on the hards and then just pit every 4 laps. For those of you who don't know what that is. Was there any laps without VSC or safety car yet? Believe so. Maybe 1, 2, possibly 2. And we had a VSC on lap 1. I think we had lap 2 was free. And we had a VSC on lap 3. Oh, the safety car on lap 5. So stop-start affair. Retirements already. Sparks, Carwin, Scuba, Funky Fox and Dylan. So a race winner. A Div 2 race winner. A former champ. A man who showed no fear to Dutch tricks 2 weeks in a row. And I don't think Dylan's done anything of note yet in FTRL. And I'm sure he's a quick boy. He'll get there. He's definitely due a podium. He's still itching for that podium, but he's not been far away. Unfortunately, he will not be making it onto the top 3 today. He is out of the race. His teammate leads though. In fact, it is a finish 1-2. So Yarman in 3rd. So let's look at the tyre situation. And so the top 6 have on the tyres that they started. The top 2 on the softs. The next 4 on the mediums. Then we've got Lynx in the 7th, who is the first of the drivers who pitted under the first safety car. He's on the hard tyres. He's got Tico behind him on the mediums. Andoir's on the mediums as well. And then we've got Dan and Dartbolt on the softs. Tom Duval on the mediums in 12th, when Wesker, CR7 and Adamaka, who just pitted under this safety car, at the back on fresh mediums. We are going racing again at this time around. We're on 69 comments on the stream. Dylan crashed Oscar, unfortunately, and brought out another safety car. So, 5 retirements in 9 laps of racing so far. I think we've had more. I think it could be a Div 2 Spa, a case with the safety car leading more laps than anybody else today. So far, anyway. But we are about to go racing again. Zumpy now is the pace setter as the safety car peels off into the pit lane. There he goes. And Zumpy is gone. He's pulled the trigger early. He's got a really good jump. Not going to be under threat from Oxox, who is going to be under threat. Possibly Evil Chris and Graham again. Lynx is looking racy as well. Going to warm his tyres. Further back, we've got people weaving just to warm tyres, I think, so nobody looking for moves. Oh, that's a Ferrari backwards out the corner. It's Anwar. Out of turn 2, another yellow flag. I think he should be able to get going though. Anwar, they're dropping it out of turn 2. Must have got on the curb. Darbolt and Dumber. Oh, around goes Tom Duval. Another one spinning. So, avoiding action for the cars behind. No VSC there. Well done, everybody. Kept it out to the walls. And we are racing still. Zumpy had a really good restart. He's got a 1.2 second lead. So Zumpy then looking really strong here. He rides the curb. Oh, Oxox has lost it. Into the wall. Doesn't retire though. Now stuck facing the wrong way. Spins it round. So people throwing it off track left, right and centre here. Albert Park Circuit claiming victims left, right and centre. Thankfully though, the cars seem to have got a bit more robust. None of those 3 have retired. They were Zumpy now 2.1 seconds ahead. What's happened to... Oh, because Oxford just spun off, didn't he? So Zumpy now has a really good, healthy lead. Meanwhile, Evil Chris and Lynx are side by side. Tico should have buy into this as well. Lynx has gone down the outside. Evil Chris to the inside. Oh, Tico on the grass. Evil Chris coming back at it. It's 2-3 wide. It's 3 wide. Oh, he's actually Dan trying to buy into this as well. Dartbolt just goes around the outside of everybody. So Dartbolt, having been backwards already in this race twice, suddenly sweeps around the outside of Evil Chris, Tico and Dan Morris in one move. What a move from Dartbolt. He's up to P6. Oxox into the pits then to get his damage. He'll be hoping for another safety car. But wow, what a move that was from Dartbolt. God, that is a good question, Dylan. That's a very good question. Tico then having to regroup. Links on the back of Graham. Meanwhile, do this tricky chicane. Are we going to get through okay? This time they do. Lynx getting the move done on Graham in the DRS zone, and he's back up to P4. So Lynx is looking really, really strong at this stage of the race. Zumpy 10 laps on those tyres. He's done really well to keep those tyres alive. He's now 2.9 seconds. DRS is enabled. Against that was not a DRS overtake. Got a really good run through the chicane. Got this train going on then to the top. Oh, your leader's broken away. You've got a battle going on for second. Yarman and Sway. Dartbolt now picking up a penalty as he starts getting racing on the back of Graham into the DRS zone. Hasn't got DRS at this time. Dartbolt looking really racy now. He's on those soft tyres. Lots of grip. Going a little bit wide. Yarman's picked up a penalty then for the man running in second. Graham a bit of a cork. Oh, big twitch from Graham off the curb. That giving Dartbolt a run around the outside. He's going to use that superior grip. Graham's going to fight hard on the inside, but he's going to get the move done. Goes a bit deep though. Graham has the twitch as well. Tico trying to get involved as well. Still side by side, Dartbolt and Graham. He's able to go side by side to the chicane though. Tico trying to buy into this as well. Graham and Tico side by side through the chicane. Tico around the outside. Great move. Here comes Dan. The Ferrari's buying. That's Wesker. Oh, it's side by side. Too deep. Into the right hander. Oh, Graham, big twitch. Dan, big twitch as well. CR7 trying to get involved now as well. Graham's getting swamped here. Down the inside comes Kevin. Gets the move done. Does he? Graham's sticking on the inside though. You got to hold him around the outside. He does. Wesker gets squeezed onto the curb. Here comes Adamako. Oh my God, Graham is getting involved in everything at the moment. Adamako gets the move done into turn 1. Graham getting absolutely oh, Sway's gone round. Oh, and who's that? That's Wesker. Oh, and Graham as well, spinning everywhere. Safety car. Oxox has now gone at the chicane, having spun last time around. Wowee, wowee. What a... that was some intense battling. And it gets put on hold as we have another safety car out. So we got a few laps of racing action. And it was dramatic and action-packed. There was cars everywhere. Cars spinning off everywhere as well. Another safety car called. Now surely Zumpy will pit here. I think this would be a good time for him to pit. Got a bit of a lead, so he might not lose all the way to the back of the pack. Some other drivers might take this opportunity as well. We shall see. What does Zumpy do? He pits. Yes, he's in. So race leader is in. Yarman's going to carry on. It's really hurting strategy. Lynx now will come through and retake P2. Now where is Zumpy going to feed back in? He's in his box now. Tyres going on. Goes for the mediums. And he's on his way. The strategy is going to work out very nicely for him here. He's not going to drop too far down the order, I don't think. Carl's trundling down pit lane now. Where is he going to come out? A lot of guys in the pits as well. So he's going to come out just behind Tom Duval. He's up to P7. So that should be his one and only stop done. Now all these laps behind the safety car are helping those guys who've gone for the medium tyres. So we're looking at Tico, who's on 9-lap-old mediums. Obviously Anamaco and CR7 pitted again. So they've only got 6 laps on their tyres. Tom Duval's on 9 on his. Dartbolt back onto the medium tyre now, so he's up to 8th. Dan's back into 9th. Sway 10th after his spin. Evil Chris is 11th. Andwar's 12th after his spin. Graham's 13th after his spin. Wesker in the pits after his spin. Cars spinning off left, right and centre. Don't know what happened. Don't know if it was contact or just people losing it on this curve here. But there was 2 or 3 cars backwards coming out of turn 2. And meanwhile, on the other side of the circuit, Ox crashed out at the chicane a lap after hitting the wall and brought out the safety car that he needed to catch the pack. That is 3 safety cars after 13 laps, Super. Yes, it is. So drama. Are you Div 2 in disguise? Are you Div 2 in disguise? That is a very good question. That is a very good question. If this is Div 2 in disguise, what is Div 2 going to be tomorrow? Because that's going to be fun. That is going to be a fun one to see. The fear going into the Div 2 boys as we speak. So then under the safety car we're on lap 14, so it's coming up to half race distance. Yarman is now the race leader. He has not yet made his pit stop there. Lynx, the pole sitter, has made his pit stop. He's now second, but he's got Tico, CR7 and Adamaco behind him, all on medium tyres. Now the question is, can they get to the end? Sway back into the pits as is Evil Chris. So I think they're getting off those hard tyres, going back onto the mediums. Sway's going onto the soft tyre, interestingly. So he's going very aggressive. What's Evil Chris going to do? He's going onto the mediums. So we've got Graham and Sway on the soft tyres now. And of course we've seen Zumpy do what, 14 laps. So yeah, it's not impossible. They'll get to the end from here. So watch out for Graham and watch out for Sway. And here we are, lap 15. We're now at the halfway mark. Done about 3 laps of racing conditions, 3 safety cars, 2 VSCs, and a partridge in a pear tree so far. Of course, hopefully we'll have more racing action tomorrow. So we are back tomorrow, of course, with Div 2. We're going to do it all again here at Albert Park. Hopefully the attrition rate will be a little bit lower and we'll get a bit more racing action. But I mean, that's probably wishful thinking, Div 2. Then on Thursday, we're back with GT Sport. It is the final round of this season of GT14. And we are at Blue Moon Infield 8. So do join us there as we wrap up season 14 of GT Sport. GT15 only a couple of weeks away as well. Please do check out our Twitter. You can see a promo video for what's coming up next season. And while we get ready to racing, we need to say congratulations, of course, to Simon Mertens, aka FTRL Blue Flag, who won Season 7 of FTRL ACC last night with a double victory at the Hungaroring. So well done, Si. And also a big shout out to Zom for trying to put me in the pit lane. Thanks very much for that. So we're about to go racing again then. Yarman now heads the queue. He is off and running. So he's pulled the trigger. He's had a good restart. Tico looking racy on the back of Lynx, who's weaving to get some heat into his tyres. Needs to watch out for Tico behind him. Don't think he's quite close enough though. Now, is everybody going to get round 2 and 3 okay this time? Down the field as they come round the corner. Who's that going wide? That's Sway out on the dirt. He picks up a penalty for his worries. He's now looking at the back of Wesker. Chris on the back of the train, but yeah, good restart from Yarman. He's off and running. He needs to try and build as much of a gap as he can do because he's not yet made his pit stop. And you feel that might be a missed opportunity. Tico with a penalty. It's track limits one now, so he's got a 5-second one for speeding in the pit lane. And now he's got a 3-second one. Track limits, that's 8 seconds of penalties already to his name. So Lynx will be aware of that, and Lynx can know he doesn't necessarily need to fight Tico too hard. Through this game we go. We're going to get through okay. we've got through okay this time. Yeah, we're all okay. Yarman still leads. Half a second over Lynx. Tico right on his gearbox. Oh, Sway up the inside of Wesker. Got away from Sway. Oh, who's having a moment? Oh, that's Dartbolt, I think. Losing a place to Dan Morris. Here comes Anwar. The indication for moving to 1, not quite. Dartbolt's composed himself, off and running again. Sway and Graham now go wheel to wheel. Two soft tyre shod cars. Sway gets the move done. Sway now starting to pick his way through quite nicely. And coming back at him there right on his gearbox as they come through 4 and 5. So further forward, that is Zumpy going past Tom Duval. So Zumpy now getting a move on. He's up to P6. Don't count Zumpy out of this one. He's very much in touch with the race leaders. And he's looked very, very racy so far. Possibly Sandal, yes. Although you need to go back a couple of seasons to a Div 2 race at Spa, where I think the safety car led more laps than anybody else. So, race leader then Yarman now just starting to stretch that gap up. Now it's nearly a second. And Tico's got CR7 looking very racy behind him. Oh, into the back of him goes Adamako. Oh, CR7's gone round. Contact between Adamako and CR7. And around goes CR7. And CR7, who was looking for P3, suddenly finds himself P13. Oh, Zumpy's in the pit. Oh, Zumpy's pit. What's happened to Zumpy? He must have picked up some damage in there somewhere. Sway getting the move done on Anwar. So Zumpy, who was on the charge forward, is now off the back of the pack. So two contenders drop out in a couple of corners. Did Zumpy clip a wall somewhere, I wonder? I don't think he's gone in for a nose change. Did Adamako get any wing damage from that contact on the back of CR7? Dan now finds himself in P5, so he's having a really good run. Yarman then is your race leader, his teammate, so both Hazards in the top 5 at the moment. Although Yarman still has the pit. Trying to get the hammer down now, try and build as much of a gap as he can do. He'll be looking to go into the soft tyres. Final corner then on to lap 19 he goes. At what point does he pull the trigger? Because the soft tyres will definitely get to the end now, so surely he's going to want to give himself as much time on those soft tyres to come back through as he can. Bounces over the curve. Sway now making a move on Dartbolt. He's now up to P7. Sway's now looking very strong as well. He's making up time hand over fist here. Now chasing down Tom Duval, who's up in P6. Race leader still Yarman. Lynx has got that gap down to under half a second again though. So the championship leader closing in. Because you know, you can get to the end on those hard tyres. There's a bit of a gap into Tico as well. So Tico just not quite able to hold the pace, the ultimate pace at the moment. Oh, those medium tyres just starting to go away from him slightly. Further back, Sway getting a move done on Tom Duval. Yeah, Sway making moves now. He's up to P6 and absolutely flying. Next target for him then is Dan. 1.2 seconds up the road. Lynx is right on the back of Yarman now. I think it's only a matter of time before he makes the move. Does Yarman peel off? He goes a little bit deep into the corner. He's going to have a run here out the final corner. He's going to have DRS as well. Yarman goes defensive, Lynx to the outside. He's got the DRS as well. Yeah, and he's got the move done before turn 1. Great move from Lynx. Sway sets the fastest lap. Tico goes deep into 1, just gets it turned. He's going to compromise his exit though. Lynx again with the DRS down now towards turn 3. Helps him stay ahead of Yarman. CR7 making moves. He's back up to P10. Dartbolt going down 2 places as Wesker goes through as well. Oh, and Evil Chris says what's happened to Dartbolt. A bit of a drama somewhere. CR7 and Wesker now exchanging places. So Lynx is now your race leader again. Yarman still on those tyres that he started on. And as he pulled the trigger, he's got to pit sometime. Feel the sooner the better. CR7's got the move back on Wesker for 10th. Yarman coming back at Lynx. Oh, look at the overspeed there with the DRS down the inside. And he retakes the lead. So, does Lynx know if he's pitted or not? That's the question. Because he hasn't. He needs to pit at some point. That's all. This is letting Tico back into this battle. Adamaka closing as well. Yarman carrying on though, not wanting to get off those tyres. He definitely hasn't pitted, has he? No, he can't. He's definitely not pitted. Lynx now looking for the move. Yarman going defensive. Holds him off into 1. Oh, there goes a little bit deep. Not going to give Lynx a run. No, I think he's had a good enough exit. Lynx is closing. Now we've got yellow flag. Oh, Dartbolt's gone. I think he's in the pit lane though. So Lynx around the outside. Around the outside and back into the lead of the race. Great move from Lynx at the outside of 3. Retakes the lead from Yarman. Great battle in there. Used the DRS, got down the outside, and Lynx showing why he is the championship leader. Gunning for his 3rd win in 4 races. Retakes the lead. Tico and Adamaka right in this battle as well. Also closing in. Sway, who's now ahead of Dan Morris, is right on the back of this pack. Sway could win this. He's got the time. He just needs to start picking his way through. How much longer is Yarman going to stay out for? I think Lynx had a better run. Oh, Tico. He's got Adamako looking very interested here into the right hand and not quite close enough though. Yarman continuing. Is he going to pit this time? Sway getting onto the back of this train as well, and he's bringing Dan Morris with him. When it does, Yarman pit. Is this the lap? This is the lap. In he goes. So finally Yarman pits. That releases Tico. And Sway, I think, had a really good run at the final corner on Adam. Is he going to be close enough into 1? Not quite. Adam's got DRS from Tico. So Lynx leads. Tico 2nd. Adamako 3rd. Sway 4th. Dan Morris in P5. CR7 is now P9. Trying to close in on Anwar, who's on the back of Graham. And Sumpy sets the fastest lap of the race, outlining that pace we know he had. First driver into the 23s in the race. And Sway's now picked up a penalty. That's not going to help his cause. Because Adam and Lynx ahead of him both do not have any penalties to their name. You know, Tico's got 8 at least. The drive, speeding at the pit lane penalty, and 1 for track limits, possibly 2. What's the pens? Oh, no for Chris. Well, Lynx has got none. Tico's got at least 8. I know he's got a drive, speeding in the pit lane and 1 track limit. Sway's got a couple of track limits, I think, so he's on at least 6. I can see the penalty situation, can I? No, we can. There we go. Tico's got 11 seconds of penalties. There we go. Sway's got 6. Dan's got 3. Tom's got 3. Evil Chris with 12. Yarman's got 6. That's a nice new feature. Well done. Well done, Codemasters. That's actually something useful. Sway close enough this time. Not quite. I think maybe the edge has gone off those soft tyres now. Oh, Adamaka spins. Oh, Tico spins as well. Oh, Tico is out. And a safety car is called. So in the chat, I think Dylan just said Yarman banking a safety car. Not a bad call. It's happened. It has happened. Adam had a spin at turn 2 on his own, and then Tico seemed to lose it on the exit of the corner. Was that traction? Did he get on the grass? I didn't see what caused Tico to spin. Safety car called. Sway's now 2nd. Lynx still leads. Now the question is, now, what does he do? Well, at 23 of 29, he's got track position, which is key, but If the guys behind him pit, that leaves him very, very vulnerable. He needs to decide what he wants to do. The pack's not too spread out either, so if he does pit, he's likely to drop probably down as far as Evil Chris. So he'd be 10th. So is it track position or fresh tyres? What's going to be key? What's going to be king? Lynx is staying out. Sway staying out. Dan Morris stays out. Tom Duval pits. Graham stays out. CR7 pits. Adamako stays out. Wesker stays out. Andor pits. Evil Chris pits. Yarman has just pitted. Now, oh, Andy's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Didn't need that. Only places is Yarman going to make up. Yarman's going to jump up here. He's up to P7 again, so he's cleared all those cars in the pit lane. Zumpy's back in the pits as well. He's probably going to go for the soft tyres. So 8 retirements then. So what happened there? Tico going out. Yeah, in the chat there. Dylan saying Graham for the win. Matt Tiwas as well. Come on, Chapel. Or Chapley. Graham in P4 now. No penalties to his name, of course. That's standard with Graham. So he's now P4. He's on the soft tyre. 10 lap old soft tyres though, but we're going to have at least one more lap behind the safety car. So possibly a 5-lap sprint. Are we going to go for? We're going to do a 5-lapper. I think we're going to do a 5-lapper. It looks like very close to the safety car though, which is not advisable. So I'd hate for him to lose a victory based on the fact that he hit the safety car. Lynx leads. Sway second. Sway has penalties to his name. Dan's now third. Graham in fourth. Adamako fifth after that spin. He also got a penalty there for hitting Dan. Well, I don't think there's a lot he could have done about that, as he was well, he sort of lost it on the inside of the grass and then came back across the track. Looks like Dan got away with that. Any damage, did he? Let's see if we can see any damage to Dan's wings. No. Front wing seems to be intact. He's got away with that one then. His teammates now back up 7. Yarman, who we just saw do that very late pit stop. Of course, he's now jumped ahead of Tom, CR7, Anwar, Chris and Zumpy, who all pitted as well. So 8th to 12th are all on brand new soft tyres. Yarman in 7th is on 2-lap all fresh tyres, so they're as good as new. Everybody ahead are on used tyres, starting with Adamako. You've got Wesker on 11-lap old mediums, Adamako on 17-lap old mediums, Graham on 11-lap old softs, Dan's on 11-lap old mediums, Sway's on 10-lap old soft tyres, and Lynx, the race leader, is on 20-lap old hards. He pitted under the first safety car. He's shuffled his way back to the front. Now the saving grace is for him that he has got 5 cars between him and the guys with fresh tyres. Have to wait, catch, you're not getting fed yet. It's racing are happening. So lap 25 of 29. I imagine now the field is all bunched up, we will get going again this time around. Bert Miner getting out once again, leading some more laps. I think he's probably led more laps this race than anybody else. Him and Lynx are probably about tied for laps led so far. Another part of the lap. Just wait now for the notification that the safety car is in this lap. I imagine would be the case. There we go, safety car in this lap. So we are about to go racing again. Guy saying, not gonna lie, I expected everyone in the pits. This restart could be feisty. Indeed it could. Watch for the cars on fresh tyres at the back. Yarman, Tom Duval, CR7, Anwar, Evil Chris and Zumpy. They are going to be the ones trying to sieve their way through. Wesker, Adamako, Graham, Dan, Sway and Lynx stand in their way. They are all on much older, worn tyres. Lynx now taking over as the pace setter, the safety car. About to peel off into the pits. When does he pull the trigger? Can he hold off Sway, who's on 2 compound softer tyre behind him? Not yet, not yet. Making them wait, making them wait. He's gone now. And Dan's got a very good restart. He might get Sway here. He's got the outside line though. Sway on the inside. Can Dan hold around the outside? He can. Dan gets the move done up to P2. Big twitch though through the corner. Oh, Graham has a huge slide. Saves it. Here comes Adamaco. Up the inside. Graham going to try and hang on around the outside. He's got the inside for the next corner. Adamaco's trying to hold on. He's off the track though. Over the curves. Yarman's going to get through. And here comes Yarman. Now looking for a way past Graham. Oh, gives him a bump. You don't want to do that with your front wing. Yarman's going to be the one to watch then. Look how racy he is on fresh soft tyres. Graham's on much older tyres. He's going to go for a move on the brakes. Not quite close enough. CR7 getting moved on Tom Duval further back. They are side by side. Yarman's going to try and sweep all the way around the outside there. He's got more grip. Oh, who was that trying to go side by side through the chicane? I'm sure CR7 now getting a run on Wesker. Wesker going to have nothing to defend with here against CR7. Gets it done. Meanwhile, Yarman's got around the outside of Graham. He's up to 4th. It's racy in the pack. And was had a bit of a shocking restart. As Tom Duval now gets a move done on Wesker as well. So Lynx leads at 0.8 of a second from Dan. Sway trying to come back at Dan. Oh, we're in the pack. What's going on back here? Too wide again. CR7 on Adamaco up the inside and up into P6 he goes. Yarman on the move. Who was that? Adamaco and Tom Duval side by side. Tom around the outside. He's going to go a little bit deep, is he? Oh, who's that gone? Sway's gone. Oh, no, Sway's gone. Now Sway out of P3. That's so unlucky for him. He's having a really good run. No safety cars now. It's too late in the race. Here comes CR7 on Graham around the outside. And that's just done with grip, pure grip. Up to P4 he goes. Yarman now trying to chase down his teammate who's right on the back of Link still. It's not out of the question that Yarman could get this, but both of these guys have penalties. Dan's got 3 seconds. Yarman's got 6. CR7 3. Yeah, Tom Duval's got the move done on Graham as well. Adam now gets a move done on Graham as well. I think their soft tyres have just gone off. Now here comes Evil Chris down the inside. Not quite close enough yet. And we're trying to bind this as well. Wesker's had a bit of a shocking restart. He's down to 10th. And Zumpy as well. Oh, Zumpy's got no front wing. Zumpy's been caught up in some more strife. Fastest lap for CR7. Yarman out on the back of his teammate. Oh, and Zumpy's retired in the pits. So we're down to half the field that started. On course to finish this race. A very high attrition race. Closing those teammates all the while. CR7 closing as well. What might have been for him, but for that contact with Adamaco earlier in the race. He's qualified just 1,000th off pole position. But Lynx meanwhile doing an absolutely outstanding job once again. No penalties to his name as well. Continues to hold the 2 Hazes at arm's length. Is Yarham going on his teammate. To the inside, Dan though able to hold him off. Oh, what's happened there? Graham going down places. Evil Chris goes past his teammate for 6th. CR7 is here. So we've got a 4-car battle on the final lap then for the lead. However, one of these drivers doesn't have any penalties and is the one in first. CR7 with the fastest lap of the race, 23.5. He is absolutely flying. Yarham goes a little bit deep into 1. That's going to give CR7 a run. Both got DRS. CR7 down the outside. He's going to find his the second has in the way, is he? Trying to hang on around the outside. Yarham trying to hold on. CR7 gets the move done. He's up to 3rd. Good move from CR7. Great battling there with Johan. And and Adamako nose to tail as well, further back. Let's go back there to the battle for the lead. CR7 now looking at Dan. What's the penalty situation for these two? Both of them have got 3, so this will be 4 position. CR7's had a really good run through the chicane, goes to the inside. Oh, there's contact. Oh, around he goes. Into the wall. Oh, CR7 are so unlucky, trying to go for the inside. And they just touched on the apex. And around he goes, but none of this is going to affect Lynx. He's going to come across the line first on track. No penalties to name. He wins his 3rd race in 4. Dan crosses the line 2nd. Johan is 3rd. Tom Duval jumps him onto the podium. Chris crosses the line 5th. Adamako is going to cross the line 6th, but gets jumped by Anwar. Graham gets up to P5. Wesker out the final corner. He's going to come across the line. Wow. Wow. What a race. Graham gets driver of the day. Once again, 18th to 5th. Stunning drive from him once again. Just keeping his nose clean. But Lynx makes it 3 wins in 4 races. And the other race in that in those 4 was a P2. So he is a man on fire. Joined on the podium by Dan Morris, his best result of the season. Also Tom Duval sneaks onto the podium there as well. I think he'll be very, very happy with his night's work. Kept himself out of trouble. That late decision to pit for soft tyres comes up trumps. So the final classifications then. Lynx takes the win from Dan and Tom Duval. Yarham drops to P4 on penalties. Graham comes up to P5. Anwar P6. Adamako ends up P7. Wesker P8. Evil Chris P9. CR7, they're so unlucky for that late spin after he tried to get the move on Dan, going for 2nd. And they were all the finishers we've got. The rest of the field did not make it to the flag. Zumpy, Sway, Tico, Dartball, Oxox, Dylan, Funky Fox, Scuba, Carwin and Sparks. Half the grid retiring in that one. It was a very high attrition race. But when it was racing, there was some absolutely fantastic action going on in there. But yes, that was a lot of chaos in that one. It was more like a Div 2 race in that one, but that is the nature of this Albert Park circuit. It is a particularly tricky one to tame, and that got proven tonight with the large number of safety cars and retirements. But congratulations to Lynx, his 3rd win in 4 races. Sees him extend his lead at the top of the championship. Great result from Dan and from Tom Duval as well, onto the podium for them. Little plug for their corner, congratulations. So, end of the action for tonight, but we get to do this all again tomorrow with Div 2, and if tonight's race is anything to go by, then tomorrow is going to be absolute chaos. But do join us, because it is sure to be a lot of fun when we are getting some racing action and not behind the safety car. That's it for tonight though. Thank you very much for joining us. If you haven't already liked the stream before you go, please do so. And we will see you again tomorrow night for some Div 2 action.